A line of powered rails is actually not the fastest way to move a minecart. As you can see, there are alternate configurations that are much faster. Now, the one on the left is by far the fastest and the cheapest, so I'm just going to show you how to build that. Okay, first thing, you need the correct number of powered rails at the beginning of the track. If you only do one rail, for example, as you can see, it's not faster than the regular line of powered rails. You need an adequate amount of acceleration, and I found from testing that 4 consecutive powered rails is the exact correct number. Anything more does not provide additional speed, and anything less means the minecart moves slower. Alright, now go to where you want to build your track and place your 4 powered rails. Then put a solid block with a button on top at the end. Now, a bit of bonus advice, wooden buttons will stay pressed for 30 game ticks, whereas stone buttons will only stay down for 20 game ticks. So if you want things to be powered for slightly longer, it's good practice to use wooden buttons. Now, if for some reason you want this section to stay powered, and you want to have a section in the back where a minecart can stop, you can do something like that, just to have this section here. However, you must have either 4 consecutive powered rails, or powered rails that are separated only by sections of regular curved railroads. Otherwise, you will not get the full acceleration, and your minecart will not go at the maximum possible speed. Now, building a straight line of curved rails is not straightforward. You can't just place a bunch of rails in a circle and expect them to stay in the shape you want. Now, we can use levers to control the direction that a rail curves, but we need to do so in a really specific way depending on what cardinal direction the rail travels in. So press F3 and check what direction you're facing. Now, there are 2 different methods for placing these rails, one for the west and north directions, and a different one for east and south. So, since we're facing north, we're going to do that one first, and then we will curve around, and I will show you how to place the rails for the east and south directions. Okay, so to show you again what happened here, you can place 3 regular rails like this, and then place a lever and turn it on, and then place a regular rail, and it should go like that. Now, we need to break these 2 here, and you can optionally break this, but you don't need to. And then it should be safe to turn that on and off again, but for now we need to leave it on. Okay, so it's actually easier to place a bunch of levers and put them in the on position for the duration of the track, like so. And then to place the next one, so place 3 rails like that, and then the final one placed must be this one here, so like that, and then break these 2, and then just continue placing and breaking rails, just like that. And so yeah, that's pretty much how you do the north and west directions. It's actually pretty simple. Just make sure that the levers are powered on at all times. Once you have laid down the duration of your track, you can go in and you can remove the levers. You can also remove them when you're building, just as soon as a curved rail is surrounded by 2 other curved rails, it is safe to remove all of the levers. You do, however, need to leave the last 2 on the end here. So we are going to curve this around, and then we are going to send it back, because of course this is directional, it can only go in one way. So in order to curve this around, we are going to place a temporary rail here, and that will break, that's fine. Place a powered rail here, and then it should be back in the correct position, so remove that, and then place 2 powered rails and a regular rail there. It should curve around, powered rail here, curved rail here, and just make sure that all of those are powered. So this will ensure that you have the maximum possible amount of acceleration to go down this section of track. So remember, it is okay for the powered rails to be separated by curved rails. and then we can get rid of this. So when we're going in the south and the east directions, it's actually a whole lot simpler. You can just place rails just like that, no need for levers or anything, and they will just stay in the correct position. Now, how you end the track is up to you. You can either have it curve around and keep going automatically like that end, or you could have it come to a stop here where it would be dynamically sent off just like this. It's all up to you. Now, I think it's time to take this for a spin, so let's go. Whee! Alright, now let's just compare this to a regular set of rails, just for fun. Woo! Yeah, that is just so much faster. Well, I think that's it for the tutorial, folks. If you enjoyed the video and you think it deserves a rating, that would be much appreciated. Oh, and I have no idea if this works on Bedrock. Sorry.